In the heart of Canaan, in the twilight of his life, the patriarch Jacob had 12 sons. But his heart held a special place for one, Joseph, the son of his beloved wife Rachel, born to him in his old age. This love was not a secret. It was a radiant and dangerous thing, and Jacob gave it a physical form, an ornate robe, a coat of many colors, a garment fit for a prince. When his brothers saw this symbol of favoritism, a bitter seed of jealousy was planted in their hearts. They could not speak a kind word to him. The rift between them deepened when Joseph, a boy of 17, began to dream. He did not keep these visions to himself. First, he told them of a dream in the fields, where his sheaf of grain stood tall, and the sheaves of his 11 brothers gathered around and bowed down to it. Their response was swift and sharp. "Do you intend to reign over us?" The hatred grew. Soon after, he shared another dream, this one grander, more cosmic. "I have had another dream," he said. "Behold, the sun, the moon, and 11 stars were bowing down to me." This time, even his father rebuked him, though he kept the matter in his mind. But for the brothers, it was the final straw. Their jealousy had now blossomed into a murderous rage. The stage for betrayal was set. One day, Jacob sent Joseph to check on his brothers, who were grazing their flocks many miles away. When they saw him approaching from a distance, a lone figure in his magnificent coat, they saw their opportunity. "Here comes the dreamer," they sneered. "Let us kill him and throw him into one of these pits. We can say a wild animal has devoured him. Then we will see what becomes of his dreams." Only Reuben, the eldest, had a flicker of conscience. He convinced them not to shed his blood, but to simply cast him into an empty cistern in the wilderness, secretly planning to rescue him later. The brothers agreed. They stripped Joseph of his beautiful robe, the very symbol of their resentment, and threw him into the dark, empty pit. And then they sat down to eat. As they ate, a caravan of Ishmaelite traders appeared, on their way to Egypt. It was then that Judah, the very man whose own story of injustice we have explored, offered a new plan. "What profit is it if we kill our brother and conceal his blood?" He argued, "Let us sell him to the Ishmaelites." And so, for 20 shekels of silver, the price of a slave, the brothers sold their own flesh and blood into bondage. To conceal their crime, they took Joseph's robe, slaughtered a goat, and dipped the coat in its blood. They brought the tattered, stained garment back to their father. Jacob recognized it at once. "It is my son's robe," he cried out in agony. "A fierce animal has devoured him. Joseph has surely been torn to pieces." Jacob mourned for his son for many days, inconsolable in his grief, never knowing the true depth of the betrayal that had unfolded under the hot desert sun. And Joseph, stripped of his robe, his family, and his freedom, was taken down to Egypt, a slave in a foreign land. The dreamer was now a captive. His visions of greatness seemed like a cruel joke. But what his brothers meant for evil was only the beginning of a divine and intricate plan, a journey that would lead Joseph from the depths of a pit to the heights of power, and ultimately to the salvation of the very family that had cast him away.